Hello everyone of the YouTube peoples, and I don't know where I'm going with that. But today I was going to tell you the story of how the Twix candy was born. Since yesterday was Easter, and Easter is candy is a big part of Easter, because the Easter bunny comes and it's just like, hey, you want some candy? Because this candy might be poisonous, but it's not. Because I'm a bunny, and it's Easter. I don't know where I'm going with that. But anyway, since candy's a big part of Easter, blah, 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 I was going to do the Twix candy story. So here it is. One day, there was a cookie. That cookie went out. Well, that cookie was lonely. So that cookie went out. That cookie bought a MacBook computer. Okay, so the cookie brought home her MacBook computer and she set up an online dating profile. Okay, so every day that cookie would go on her online dating profile and check her messages. Well, since that cookie was ugly and had raisins, no one wants a cookie with raisins. But since that cookie was ugly and she had raisins, no one wanted to date that cookie. So that cookie was sad. But then, one good day for that cookie, she checked her messages and she had one message. So that cookie checked that message. So that cookie saw that message. And that cookie read that message. And that cookie was going to meet up with some strange man at a coffee shop. Because that man wanted to meet with that cookie. So that cookie went out that night and put on her pretty little dress, but that pretty little dress didn't look good on her because that cookie was freaking round. Like a circle. Like my donut face. So that cookie tried to put on that dress, but that dress was too small. So that cookie didn't wear anything. So that cookie went inside the coffee shop, and that man was sitting at a table. But that cookie had raisins in her cookie. Like her cookie, the whole cookie had raisins. So that man saw her, that man was like, the fuck? And so that cookie was like, hi dude, what's up? And then that man was like, get the crap away from me, you creepy frickin' cookie. I thought you were chocolate, but you're raisin. No one wants raisin. So that night, that cookie went home, and that cookie cried and cried until all her raisins popped out. Then that cookie was like, oh, my raisins are gone. Oh, yeah, my raisins. No one wants the raisins. So now I can replace the raisins with chocolate chips so people will like me. So that cookie went out and she bought herself, shut up. Sorry, stupid trash can. But then that cookie went out and she bought some chocolate chips. So that cookie could have some chocolate chips. So that cookie goes back home and puts in the chocolate chips in the holes where the raisins used to be. So that cookie went out again that night. And all the candies were like, dang, that cookie is fine. So that cookie was like, oh, thank you. When really on the inside, that cookie was like, I know I'm schmexy. So that cookie saw this one chocolate bar. That chocolate bar was like, dang, Cookie, when did you get those chocolate chips? I thought you had raisins. That Cookie was like, oh, it's just had some plastic surgery. And then that chocolate bar was like, well, that surgery was good for you because now you don't look ugly anymore. And that Cookie was like, I know, I'm so beautiful. Oh my God. So that night, that Cookie and that chocolate bar ran around in circles and then fell in a mud puddle, which is really chocolate milk because they live in Candyland. And then the Cookie got pregnant. So that Cookie was fatter because she was really fat. She couldn't wear anything. She was fat. She was really freaking fat. So that Cookie was like, oh, no one likes me because I'm fat. So she goes to the Cookie hospital, the gingerbread hospital, and she has the baby cut out of her stomach. So she doesn't look fat. And then she gets more plastic surgery on her. So she looks smaller. So then she looks more like, she doesn't look like a cookie. She looks like cookie dough on a stick with chocolate chips inside. Well, it looks like a stick of cookie dough with chocolate chips inside of that stick. So that's what that cookie looked like now. So that chocolate bar was like, you way too skinny. You need to eat some meat. So that Cookie was like, I'll just eat my baby. And then that chocolate bar was like, no, the baby. So the baby was named Twix. Because, well, they couldn't think of a name. So they just was like, oh, screw it. Just name him Twix. So that's how Twix was born. But then one day, baby Twix was in his little pretzel crib. And the mother came in and he was like, okay, so chocolate bar tells me I'm way too skinny. So I'm going to eat you now. And then Twix was like, no, Mommy, don't eat me. So Twix jumps out of his cradle and runs away. Then he gets mauled by a bear. The end.